Hello, my name is Roni Luckenbill, and I am a member of Bill Luckenbill's family. Our dad, Bill Luckenbill, entered the hospital in late September, mid-September, and he was suffering from heart disease, which was progressing rather rapidly. He entered the ICU immediately and stayed there for about 5 days before going to hospice house. What stood out the most to us was Tyler's professionalism and his kindness. He was so gentle and so kind with our dad, and Dad immediately felt comfortable with Tyler. They shared a love of music, and once Tyler found that out, he came into the room singing or humming each day and each time he came in, and that made my dad very happy.
Hi, my name is Tyler Meldrum. I work in the intensive care unit here at Southeast Iowa Regional Medical Center, and I had the privilege of taking care of Bill Luckenbill. So, I would come into his room. I'm always humming, singing something. All depends on the day, the minute, what I kind of am singing or humming. And Bill would just kind of pick up on that, and he would harmonize with me. He would pick up the song if he sang it, if he knew it. He would ask me what I knew. That just kind of helped us connect on that level. It made some of the things, easier to talk about. He talked to me about how he would go out into the community, and he pretty much mentioned like how music was such a big part of his life.
Tyler treated our family with such kindness. Every morning when he came to work, he would stop in the family waiting room and just check in with us and see if we had any questions. And then throughout the day, whenever we were in his room, which was most of the time, he was making sure that we had chairs if we needed them or anything else that we needed, and he was always there to answer questions. One of the things that Tyler did so well was he would listen carefully when any doctor came in the room or any medical professional, and he would listen, and then when that person left, he would make sure that my dad and all of us were able to ask him questions and to understand exactly what it was that my dad was going through and what we could expect going forward.
As I started to get to know Bill, you kind of figured out that family, along with music, was one of his big things that kept him going in life. So his daughters would come every day, his family members would come every day. Just talking to them all, they kind of got the sense that they all wanted to be part of the health decisions, and he wanted them to be part of the health decisions, which is a very important aspect of our job. It's holistic care. It's looking at both the family and the patient.
Tyler went above and beyond for my dad and our family, and I'm sure he has done that for many, many other patients and their families through the years. He is the ultimate professional, and he just exudes confidence. We always felt very comfortable with him, and we were able to ask any questions, and he shared with us always what he was doing. My dad was very comfortable with him, even though he was in a very difficult position. He understood the seriousness of his illness, and yet Tyler was able to help him to navigate all of those questions that he had and to help him feel comfortable with the direction that he chose to go in, which was to hospice house. And with Tyler's help, that was made so much easier.
So, once we kind of decided, maybe possibly look at, end-of-life care and everything, I was able to get our palliative care in there, just because they're a little bit better than I am. We'd all had conversations, I had conversations, palliative had conversations with all the family there. Kind of going back to the family thing, you could tell that was a big component of their relationship. And just all the people that kind of helped me put that together. It was very nice. We were able to kind of make them, feel okay with the decision they were making, between both Bill and his family. And I definitely couldn't have done it without all my other members of the team.
When the decision was made for my dad to move to hospice house, he had one request, and that was that he wanted to play the piano one more time in the hospital lobby. One of his favorite volunteer positions had been playing the piano 3 days a week in the hospital lobby for guests and patients and employees, and he loved that more than anything. So once Tyler heard that, he made sure that it could happen. He somehow communicated with staff members, and he made sure that my dad was dressed appropriately, had his music, and was ready to go. And then when it was time to move from the ICU directly into hospice, it was a nice day, and my dad decided he wanted us to walk with him over to hospice house, and Tyler pushed him in a wheelchair. But before we went there, we did stop in the hospital lobby, and my dad and my family were so touched by the fact that so many employees were there, and guests, and family members and friends. And it was just a day that we will never forget, and that I know meant so much to my dad. So for that, we will always be grateful to Tyler for his help in making that happen.
So the whole piano thing kind of came about because, we were talking about music, and he said, he's like, I volunteered down here, for a lot of years, playing the piano every Wednesday. And so, I got to thinking about it, and, people like Bill, they deserve, a little bit extra. They deserve the above and beyond, because just listening to all the people that he's affected and all the things he's done, that just kind of made me feel like, we should 100% try to do something cool here. So we were kind of able to get a pretty large group there. I was really excited with the large group, and I could tell that he was very excited that we could get him to play down there at least one more time.
I would recommend Southeast Iowa Regional Medical Center to anybody. My dad had extraordinary care, and the best nurses, especially Tyler, and we are forever grateful for their care.
But I want you to know, the last song is a great song. 14. Let's see, and then I'll close it out, right? You just made my day, I'll tell you. God bless America.
God bless America. Land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountain to the prairies to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my own sweet home. God bless America, my own sweet home.
I'm going to remember this day for a long time.